Hello everyone, I'm Metroid Crime, and you are watching Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. We're doing a double feature of Assassin's Creed games today, 100% categories actually. We just saw Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and we're about to go into Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Haytham 100%. But in the meantime, welcome Raiders, welcome to chat, welcome everyone. I just want to tell you a little bit about our next event that's happening on twitch.tv/LadyArcaders. Starting on Thursday, August 21st, running until the 24th, we are running the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase, an all-women and femme charity talent event benefiting CARE. The Super Showcase features a bunch of talented women sharing games they love and other gaming-adjacent showcases. Make sure to tune in throughout next weekend, or I guess, yes, the weekend coming up would be next weekend. And make sure to tell your friends. Super excited for the event. It's going to be so cool. And I can't wait to see everyone's showcases. In addition to that, if you're not aware, we have a Lady Arcaders merch shop with Tantrum. So if you type in ldy.gg/shop, you can check out some of our merch. We have some really amazing stuff. Our artist Mecha Momo made this really great skater dress and leggings, which actually you can see on the screen right now. And there's a QR code to go to the website if you would like. But I love that skater dress. It features Miss Pac-Man in like a space outfit as an astronaut, and it's just so good. And those leggings, the blue parts on them, those are pockets actually, and they're on both sides. And they're just like, they're such a pretty color. Huge fan of them, and please check them out. And also, stay tuned a bit later this week for our merch drop for the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase. But without further ado, let's get into today's second showcase, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered with Pcol. Take it away. Pcol, take it away.
Yippee! I'm back. We're back after like, I don't know, 5 minutes. But now we're playing AC3, which was originally 2012, but we're playing the remastered version, which was 2019 because it came for free with the Odyssey Season Pass. So if you bought the Season Pass DLC for Odyssey, then you also have this. But we're starting with a 3-minute long unskippable cutscene, so we can yap once we get there. We can start time when I hit R2 to close the text box in 3, 2, 1. And then here's your cutscene. Happy birthday.
Or laugh them off. Sometimes both. But we never took
but this is just starting off with lore stuff, because we can't get enough lore here around here. This is just like recapping like Desmond being captured by Abstergo and being used to like relive the memories. Because this was back when Desmond was an actual character and they had an actual modern day character before they killed him off and then didn't have any direction for the series anymore.
his life. He was captured and imprisoned.
So they're just recapping all that stuff.
Find something.
You might also be able to see these subtitles. There is a difference with the subtitles between AC3 and Remastered. They made the subtitles bigger, and they added the option to put character speaking names, and made like put a color background on them. So subtitles in AC3 Remastered are actually a little bit easier to see compared to the original version. I don't think you can change the color of like the text or the background, but it is there. Because in the subtitles in the original version were like really small and white, and you can see here there's white backgrounds all over this game. So sometimes the subtitles in the original version were really hard to see.
To show his history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying
But yeah, this is just like yapping about Assassin's Creed because we can't get enough about that Templar stuff. Ooh woo.
Shiny sword.
This doesn't seem as unhinged as I'm led to believe Assassin's
Because
Creed is.
this was before Assassin's Creed went unhinged. This is when it actually had a brain cell.
Remember earlier when we were all talking and then you mentioned that you stopped at carrying at 3? That was a good choice.
Yeah. Because this was back when they actually cared about their lore instead of having like Pythagoras be your dad, but also in Atlantis, but then also like alive for like 1,000 years or something, whatever it is. But then also there's like a Minotaur and a Cyclops. There's like 3 different Cyclopses for some reason.
And they can do a lore recap in 3 minutes.
Yep. This is also back when they had like the 2012 like Doomsday thing where there was like the catastrophe where like it was gonna happen in 2012 because of Mayan calendar stuff, because that was the cool thing to be cool and hip about back in 2012. Back when I was in middle school.
Shooting lasers at something. Essentially.
I mean, the Isu could maybe shoot lasers. I think there's a thing where they show them having like laser guns, but you don't get to use laser guns because they're dead.
Well, it was like Desmond did something with the apple, and then I think it like space blasted something.
I mean,
it's been a while since I've played this game.
There was the original plan. The original plan for the series was for it to end at AC3. But instead of Desmond dying, he would be like the ultimate like master assassin, and he would be able to go back in time and like meet all his ancestors, and then he would like have all their powers, and he would like they would launch into space for some reason.
Is
like
this just the Skyrim intro? Sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
I wish.
Yes, it is. The next thing we're gonna see is instead of the car, you're gonna be in a wagon. Someone's gonna say you're finally awake.
But yeah, we're just carrying boxes into this cave. This is just the cave. Don't worry about it. We're just going into a cave. Does that graffiti say Pook? I've never like looked too long into the graffiti or too much at the graffiti.
It does.
It just says Pook on the graffiti. The wall. Does anyone have any suggestions for what Pook might mean? Do we have any lore masters about Pook? Get your Pooks in chat.
You could have misspelled pork.
Why would you just write pork as graffiti? That's worse than
why
Pook.
would you write? Yeah, why would you write that on the wall to begin with?
Okay, listen, I've seen some really weird graffiti.
Yeah.
I once saw bacon
The temple triggered a bleeding
on a
effect.
concrete barrier on a highway.
Just bacon?
Just the word bacon.
So naturally, you dropped me into the.
I was going even more wild. I thought it was like just literal bacon. Just
I
a,
wish
like
that
a flat
actually
piece of
made
bacon
sense.
on the highway.
Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk
I mean,
that.
pork's not
actually-
too far from that.
At least not sure what it wanted.
True. There's actually there's a place every once in a while there's a highway exit
No, it's fine.
near me
I get
that someone leaves like a
And
pumpkin
I know what I'm
there.
looking for,
Oh,
And
by
if,
the
I
way.
don't understand, and like
It's a
you can
key.
see the pumpkin like deteriorate
There's
as
no
time goes
idea
on
where it
because
is,
no one
though.
removes it.
My
Huh.
God.
Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
My college,
There's a graffiti rock. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Juno.
my college had like there was like a building on campus that had
talking
like
to me.
blackboards, like chalkboards, that people could like draw on, and it was like a whole bunch of like drawings
Okay,
like every
Desmond,
single day.
while you
And it
were,
was like fun to walk past and
visiting
like see what people would
Constantinople,
draw on them.
We picked up a software update for
Yeah.
the Animus. I'd like to run a couple
Those
of
are
quick
so cool.
tests, make sure
I
there
had,
aren't any major issues.
I drew a SpongeBob
What do
on
you need me to do?
a
We'll
whiteboard
start
in
simple.
college.
Walk to the marker over there.
Just in a random room I was studying in, and then I apparently accidentally started something in that classroom because every time I went by
Did you
there,
start a
there was
SpongeBob
something-
cult?
Let's practice
I
climbing on
did,
these objects.
because the next time there was a Squidward and then a Mr. Krabs, and it just kept being different characters every week from SpongeBob.
Oh no.
And I never knew who did it because we never crossed paths.
Just magically appearing Squidward. Squidward is always like 2 feet away from you.
It really screamed that somebody was like holding it
Run your
in,
way through
and
the
that I
city
accidentally
obstacles.
unlocked their artistic freedom by being like, I can do SpongeBob art.
I'm allowed to do this?
Someone else did it first.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives.
This full thing
that
objective
raise
is
your
also like
synchronization
we're still
rate.
doing the 100% stuff. But this one is also like really
Follow
simple.
the
Like,
on-screen instructions and
you're
kill
meant
the
to
two
do an air
Templars.
assassination there, but then like why is it also the full sync?
All you have to
Like
do
why
here is
are you
jump the
making
gap.
full sync objectives something that's required to do when it's an optional thing? Don't tell me I missed it. I barely missed that jump. Yippee.
I
But
always thought these sequences were really cool.
this is basically just like parkour tutorial stuff. Because this was back when Assassin's Creed actually had like good parkour that was like fun to use.
And they had fixed some of the earlier
Synchronization levels
issues.
look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the
And
temple
here I'm
wants
actually
from
gonna
you.
do kind of a strat here to like lean on these walls to get a little bit more speed. Because when you launch off a wall like this, it puts you into your running state.
Everything all right, sir?
Yes.
But in this section, I'm meant to be like slow walking,
just
and I
preoccupied,
can't go
that's
faster,
all.
so I'm using
Don't
the
forget your
walls,
invitation.
like leaning on the
Master
walls
Burst
to
will be
like
meeting
get a
you
little bit more
inside.
extra speed.
Thank you.
Where shall I
Sometimes I
retreat
miss it,
once you're
but
done?
I
Front of the
need
Opera House.
to do it
Be
every
quick
single
about
time.
it. Don't expect to be
Or sometimes the speed just like
I'll bring her
cancels
round
out like
at
that.
once.
So like a little bit of speed tech there, but not too much.
Invitation, please.
And now we are playing as Haytham. This is like the first introduction we get to like the Kenway sagas, because this was like the start of like the colonial era stuff and playing as like Kenway family.
Good evening.
Because this is the first game
This
to
way,
have like
please.
two true protagonists, because you play as Haytham for like the first like
My apologies.
3 sequences, and then you play as Connor, who is like his illegitimate child, that then becomes an assassin. And then you can never play as Haytham again unless you replay the missions. But we are playing as Haytham for this little part. This was another like speedrun category that I made up myself. This is not an official thing on the leaderboard, because like no one really runs Assassin's Creed, and like all the main runs are like 4 to 6 hours long. So I wanted something shorter.
1,000 pardons.
Um,
So sorry.
I actually also learned recently that like someone else actually did this category. I think they maybe even actually did it before me, but they did it on PC. And I didn't know who they were. And because there's no official leaderboard for it on SRC or anything, I didn't even know that they did it. So there's actually like someone else who has done this run before, but not me. I don't know if they did it because of me, or if they just also thought of the same idea. But there is at least one other person that has done this run before. I don't think anyone else has done EV solo missions yet, though. So I'm still the leader of that, I guess. But there is at least one other person that has done this.
You said that neither of these categories are on the leaderboard currently.
Yeah,
right?
you know, because I
That-
created these
because,
myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we get to lockpicking, which is also another thing that the remaster changed. This locating the angle stuff is still the same, but in the remaster you just have to press that button to break the lock once. In the original version you got to mash it a few times to open locks. So they made lockpicking a little bit easier in the remaster, just because you have to press the button once instead of mashing it. We don't do too many lockpicking stuff. If you play this game casually, the most stuff you'll do with lockpicking is like unlocking chests for money and things in the open world, and like forts and things, which like is not really all that important. That's really the only time you see lockpicking in this run. But it is a changed mechanic in the remaster. But we are making our way around the stage here to kill a target. This character is also like originally from the comics. This was like when they started to introduce comic stuff into the games. So this guy is just called Opera Target, but his name is actually supposed to be Miko, because he was like an old friend of Haytham that like they were in the Assassins together, and then like I think like he betrayed Haytham for something, and then or like Haytham betrayed him, or I don't really know, and then they stopped being friends, and then now Haytham kills him.
They had a falling out
I think he was in
or something.
the Forsaken novel, which was like the main like AC3 companion novel that like told the rest of like Haytham's story. But I still need to read all the side media stuff. So
That's
far,
actually the one I figured I'd read first.
So far, I've actually read. I've only read the AC2 Renaissance novel, which was like the novelization version of AC2, but it was like it changed a lot of things for some reason.
Yeah, I have that one. I got it when I was in high school, and I read it, and I was like, this is very different than what I was expecting.
There's like multiple characters in that novel that are not in AC2 at all.
Yeah, and a couple of the events are changed around.
Yeah. And like they changed like the appearances of some characters, and like they changed Christina's name from like Vespucci to like Falcucci or whatever it is. And they made it so that Ezio's main hidden blade is on his right arm instead of his left. And that he can also like take off different parts of the hidden blade to choose which ones he wanted to use. Instead of like all of them being on the one hidden blade. There's a lot of weird changes with those books.
And I don't think they ever said why.
Yeah,
Like as the company.
I think they're just meant to be like retellings of the same stuff, but like I don't know why they changed things. But also nowadays I've always said that like nowadays the games are the side media and the comic and novels are the main media, because like they keep introducing stuff from the comics into the games, and if you only play the games, none of it makes any sense. There's a whole like Templar like enforcer thing called the Black Cross that was like an assassin hunter type of thing, but he only like existed in the comics, and then he was mentioned in the games, but if you only played the games, you don't know who he is. There's just like no context.
Listen to this, Hector.
They also they killed the Juno off in the comics. Desmond has a son in the comics. The comics have like a whole bunch of other characters that exist, but they're never mentioned in the games.
And if you are,
Desmond having a son blows my mind.
Which like Desmond's son is also a sage, which is like a reincarnation of the Isu, but like specifically of a reincarnation of Juno's husband, but like not related to the baby fetus reincarnation machine, because he reincarnated a different way.
what's the meaning of this?
Because the baby fetus reincarnation machine only made people reincarnate once,
I don't care
but
for you,
like
Mr. Kenway.
the type of
I've had nothing but
sage
trouble since you came
reincarnation that
aboard.
he is
Your
like
problems
one that
have
like
nothing to do with me.
reincarnates
I beg
multiple
your
times
pardon.
throughout different
You're a
time
poor
periods.
leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
There's like multiple reincarnation stuff, and like sometimes it makes sense and other times it doesn't.
I don't want.
Of course, we get more talk about the BFRM.
BFRM.
showcase. Yeah, I'm not trying to. It's a really long thing to say.
The baby
Trying to
fetus
shorten it down.
reincarnation machine.
Yeah, the BFRM.
Quiet.
I don't know, it kind of just rolls off the tongue though, saying baby fetus reincarnation
Fetus
machine.
I have some questions for you.
That's what
Problem is
it
I keep
is.
forgetting what all the 4 words are.
I know, that's the hard part for me.
We're gonna break it down. It's a reincarnation machine that has a baby fetus inside of it. That's just what it is.
That's the whole story.
I don't know
and
if baby
we
fetus
have-
is like redundant. I don't know if I need to say baby fetus. I don't know if babies and fetuses are the same thing, but that's basically what it is. It's an unborn fetus because it's still in the
They're
juices.
not the same thing.
Listen,
Still in
I've
the
never had a
juices.
baby. How would I know?
Lost in the sauce.
We're gonna bring back the whole like debate that I did in my old Brotherhood showcase of like what counts as naked.
Listen, I still say leaves count as underwear.
I think they do too.
Can't believe
Historically
this.
speaking.
Yeah. We have to get the historical facts right for the Assassin's Creed showcases, right?
We gotta build the
Exactly.
pyramids 2,000 years after they were already built.
I was gonna say, these aren't the pyramids we're talking about, it has to be accurate.
This is also another thing changed with the remaster. This guy you fight, in the original version you could just counter kill him once and instantly win the fight. But in the remaster you actually have to like fight him normally. I had one time where I was like practicing this and like I was testing to see if like that was actually true or not, but like I got him like stuck behind the wall and I had to restart the checkpoint because I couldn't hit him and he couldn't hit me and he couldn't get out. I think I maybe might have saved footage of it, but I don't think I made the video public. I might still have the video on my YouTube channel, but I think it's unlisted, so I might need to make that public so people can actually see it.
Circling back around, this is a very well-made game.
Listen, AC3 is like also glitchy, but like not as glitchy as Syndicate.
Yeah, it's actually decent in terms
There's
of
a,
glitches.
there's a well-known glitch in the original version. It still kind of exists in the remaster, but not to the extent that it was in the original. Where like sometimes when you loot bodies, your camera can get stuck like facing towards the ground.
Oh, I had that happen to me. Yeah.
There's, like,
several times.
that happened a lot in the original version. It still sometimes does happen in the remaster, but is nowhere near to the extent that it happened in the original version. Securing the rigging here is also... these first two ones you can't skip the cutscene for, but the third one you can. Which is a weirdly specific thing, but that's just how it is. This was the first game to have, like, proper, like, sailing ships in it. There were, like, ships, like, sail ships, sailboats, whatever, in, like, some of the other games, but you couldn't, like, use them. You couldn't, like, be on them too much, or you couldn't pilot them, but, like, this was the first game to have, like, I'm also yapping too much instead of skipping. But this was the first game where you had, like, your own, like, individual, like, ship you could use in, like, missions and things, but we don't see that in this run because that's only, like, Connor's stuff, and we're not getting to Connor.
Yeah, that was one of the really exciting things about 4, was that you were fully on the ship for most of it, if you wanted.
I've thought about like running AC4, but like also it's like a really long game. I haven't thought of ideas yet. I haven't thought of ideas yet for like shorter categories for AC4, and like also there's still like a remaster that a lot of people say is coming that hasn't really been officially confirmed yet. It's still all just rumors. There hasn't been like an official statement that like, oh, an AC4 remaster is coming. But a lot of people just think it is and just keep saying it.
Yeah, I think that came from like a code name, right? For one of the project code names.
I don't even remember where it came from, but I do know that like recently there was like Edward's voice actor was like at like some like fan signing event or something, like I think completely unrelated to Assassin's Creed. And like some fan came up to him and recorded him, and like they talked about AC4 and like how the fan had like played AC4 multiple times, and Edward's voice actor was like, "Oh, you might need to replay it again soon, because of something I can't say." And then people took that and was like, "Oh, confirmed by the voice actor, AC4 Remastered is coming." I was like, "No, he could have just said that to say that, or like I don't know. It could be real, it could be not. I don't know."
Yeah. It could have just been replay it soon because there's another game coming out.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, it's like, it's the most vague statement ever, you can't just take that as fact.
Yeah, there's a reason that statement got around as NDA, and it's because it's so vague.
Like I would probably like an AC4 remaster, but like also like I don't think it needs one right now.
Yeah.
If we need an AC remaster, we need it for AC1. Because AC1 is, in terms of console, it's still stuck on PS3 and 360.
I would love for that one.
It was not even on Xbox or PS4. It was technically on Xbox One because of backwards compatibility, but like, you're still playing the original version just like because of backwards compatibility. But then PS4 doesn't have backwards compatibility with PS3, so we can't play it on PS4. And then you obviously can't play it on PS5. It's technically still available on PC on like Steam and things, but like
Are you by any chance
that's
John
still like the
Isabel's
old
son?
original like 2007 version of the game because there's no other version.
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye.
The console
But
versions
he's
of
yet to
and
reach
PC
America,
versions of
and I
AC4
figured I
or
might-
AC1 are also like
Well, at least
slightly
until he
different
arrives.
because
I
there are a
thought-
few like
Yes.
investigation
How is
missions
it?
that are like
Forgive me,
different
sir.
between which
I had-
version you're playing on if you play on
I had
console or
hoped that I
PC.
might study under you.
Which is also
If I
the
am to
only
serve
reason
the
that
Order,
AC1 is the
imagine no
one
better
game
mentor than
on
yourself.
SoC that has a PC console leaderboard
Kind
split.
of you to say. But I think
Just
you
because of those few
overestimate.
different, slightly different
Impossible,
missions.
sir. This way.
Thief! Someone stop him!
But like even like the speed run for that is like 4 hours long. Just because like AC1 has completely unskippable cutscenes for the entire game. And I don't
Boston's quite a
think there's a way
lively
to
city.
do like Alt
There's all
F4
manner of
stuff
things
that
to
the rest
see
of the
and do.
games allow.
Once you've settled in, I
Yeah,
suggest you take
there's
some time
also
to walk the
the
streets.
interactive element of
knows
the
what
cutscenes
opportunities
where
Yeah.
you can, in some of them you can
Hold a moment.
move,
I need to fetch a few things.
Yeah.
and in
before we
some
get to
of
work.
them
I'll
you can
arrange the
switch
horses
the
while you do
camera
that.
angles.
And there's like also like the glitches thing that show a level where you like press a button and it like does like a proper camera angle.
Yeah.
But like AC1 needs a remaster more than anything. Like I would like an AC4 remaster, but I don't think it's necessary right now. And we also like just got Shadows pretty recently, so I don't think any new game is coming soon. They did say that the DLC for Shadows is coming in September, so that's like the newest thing we're getting. But I can't play Shadows, so I don't really care.
I need to play it before the DLC comes out.
I think they said September 26th or something.
I can totally make it in that time.
That's also another thing with the remaster. When you open the weapon wheel, there used to be like a loading screen, like it went. The original version, it used to go to like a whole different like black screen with the weapon wheel. But the remaster made it so that you can like still see the game rolled in the weapon wheel, and it loads it a
Have you
little
been
bit
told
faster.
why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as
Just
much
because
as he
AC3 Remastered is like the
says.
one
He sent me a list
remaster
of
where there's
names
actual
and
like
made me ensure
gameplay
you'll
changes
find
that like
And
improve the
have you
game.
had any luck with that?
Aye. William
They also
Johnson
made like the
laid for us
main
at the Green
mission
Dragon.
objective
How
yellow
well do you
for some
know
reason.
him?
Like
Not well.
it's never been
He
yellow
saw
in
the
any other
Order's
game,
mark
and it
did
was
not
never
hesitate
yellow
to
in the original
come.
version.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our
I think they
plans
made it
as well.
yellow because in
I
the
should
original
like
version
nothing
the main
more, sir.
objective thing was black and it was kind of hard to see on the map. But like, why yellow? No other game uses yellow except for like tailing missions.
Yeah, it's very strange to see it in yellow. Because I don't think they use green anywhere else. They could have used a green one.
Because like green is usually used for like showing where your like objectives in it to be, and then yellow is usually meant to be like for a target that you have to like follow for a tailing mission or like not kill.
This way.
But then like they made yellow the icon for the main objective stuff for the main story missions. Like it does make it easier to see, but like why yellow color? I'm bringing out the yellow haters. Don't make your things yellow.
Sir.
Yellow's a bad
William
color.
Johnson.
I disagree. I really like yellow.
Play this game then. There's yellow in it everywhere.
Look, there's yellow right there.
True.
I also can't run faster in the tavern. There's also like things you can do with the taverns. Like you can play like board games and stuff with people in the taverns, as Connor. You can also like recruit assassins later in the game, and you can like talk with your assassins. The guy that I killed at the theater earlier, like if I didn't skip the cutscene, we would have seen a child there, just like standing behind Haytham when he saw him kill the guy. And that child that stands there in that cutscene is actually one of the, like later becomes one of the recruits you can recruit as Connor.
Get into
And
position.
like you can meet him in one of the taverns, and he actually like talks about seeing Haytham kill that guy. So there's like some slight lore connection there with the random child.
There's always a child somewhere in Assassin's Creed.
Except for the fact that children did not exist in Assassin's Creed until AC3.
Yeah. They just got really excited.
Sometimes in the cities in AC1 you can hear like children, but they don't exist in the game.
Yeah. You can hear them, but you can't see them.
Bad musket. For full strength for this one is to shoot 10 enemies with firearms. But there's a whole bunch of like 3 muskets here. So I'm just like running back and taking one of those and shooting them. There's like 10 muskets here or something.
Can you use the bayonet part?
Yeah, you can use the bayonet.
But does it count as a firearm?
It does not count as a firearm because it counts as a melee weapon.
Aw.
Because muskets are melee weapons and ranged weapons at the same time. Also, aiming guns is different in the remaster. In the remaster, you have like an actual like aiming animation like this. In the original version, you just have like the cursor that shows up, and then you only aim after you shoot. I'm just gonna kill this guy on the ground. I have an animation not connects somehow, thanks.
I like how Haytham stabbed the grass.
Haytham, this one's got some shot on him.
If you ever watch me like play like these older games, I am someone who typically does combat with the hidden blades, which like I know is slow and weak, but like you can't use the hidden blades in combat in any game past like AC4 or Rogue.
Careful, gents.
It is
What?
a very fun
Don't let
mechanic.
go of the chest.
Like,
Then you also get
We'll
the special
take care of
finishers.
this rabble.
like I know it's weak and I know it's slow, but like I want to use the hidden blades. Because you can't use hidden blades in combat in any game past like, Rogue or anything. So, like in like Unity or Syndicate or anything. And then in the RPG games they don't allow you because for one, Odyssey doesn't even have a hidden blade in the first place, but also like the hidden blades in the RPG games are not built for combat.
We're in the midst of something. Aw, why's you always gotta go and spoil
But this is basically just like a escort mission with the I did complete the 10 shot objectives, but I also have to make sure that both Lee and Hickey here both don't go below 50% of their health, which is actually also simple enough to do because they're actually like pretty capable of taking care of themselves. So I mostly just like leave them alone because they're actually like pretty smart AI and actually know how to fight. But we do also have to stay in this blue area. You can see on the map that my mini-map is blue. If I leave that area for too long, then the game makes me die. So just gonna take care of these guys. And then there's a few more on the roof. But these muskets take forever to reload. Shoot one. And shoot one. And then there's gonna be a few more enemies, but I'm gonna take this guy's musket. I don't need to shoot anymore for the full sync, but shooting is faster, so I'm still using it. This musket is not loaded. But we do get a little bit of musket action here, if you wanted musket action.
I mean, it is a staple of Assassin's Creed 3.
Why did I get interrupted? Did I get shot? Is that why?
Ryan, I'm coming.
I got interrupted mid-combo. Just kick them off the roof. Kill this guy. Take his musket, maybe. Oh. This is why I don't use range weapons a lot, because they take forever to reload. And if you get shot, you get interrupted in that reload animation. I'm a stealth player that also uses melee. Don't judge me.
That seems to be the last of them.
And we're just gonna meet up with Lee and Hickey. So you can see how little health they lost, because they're actually pretty capable of taking care of themselves. Even with Lee carrying that chest there. I think the next mission is in here, yep. I don't have to wait for that whole, like, mission complete thing to go. I can just start the next mission here.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Basically what we're doing as Haytham is, like, we're trying to build, like, the colonial right of, like, the Templar Order. Because, like, you're not meant to know this yet, but, like, Haytham is a Templar. And there's no Templar existence in the colonial Americas right now. So he's, like, been sent from England to, like, build a new Templar right in the Americas. So it's like trying to recruit people for that. And then all of these people that you recruit for the Templars as Haytham eventually end up becoming your targets that you kill as Connor.
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr.
It might have just been because I was still fairly young when I first played this game, but that twist did get me. I did not see it coming.
I mostly
until they
didn't see
announced
it.
and I went, oh.
I mostly didn't see it coming because I didn't really understand what it meant. Because AC3 was
Yeah.
my first one that I played, and I didn't really understand the whole like Assassin Templar stuff at that point.
Yeah, I had played from Assassin's Creed 1. So my brother had gotten it for Christmas one year, and eventually he let me play it. And then I got way more into it than he did, and so then I pre-ordered Assassin's Creed 2, which was just kind of a funny shift, but I was into it immediately, pretty much.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon.
Yeah, I think I got into Assassin's Creed because like I'm gonna make everyone feel old. I was in middle school in 2012. So one of my friends in school was like, "Have you heard of this game called Assassin's Creed?" It's like, no. And then I think for Christmas that year, like AC3 was coming out, and I was like, I told my parents, like, "Can I get this game?" And they let me get it, and then I played AC3 for like a while, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. I'm bored of this game. And then I went back to it like probably like a year later or something, and it was like, wait, hold on, this game is actually based. So then I played the rest of it, and then I played the other games before it, and now I have too much of a problem.
I played Assassin's Creed 1 when it came out, which I went to go look up the release date on, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I was in college already. Which then made me feel old because of what you just said. But I ended up getting like maybe halfway into it, and then I stopped playing it, and I couldn't remember how to play it again because it has such unique controls for a game.
It really does.
And I wasn't like super. I've always been not great at like 3D games, and I especially was terrible at them then. So I tried to get into it, and I just could not, and then so I liked it though, so I bought the second game, and then also couldn't get into it. So, I like the idea and the theme of it, but I just like, I don't know, there's something about this type of game that it's just, I get bored of really quickly, but it's like this with like all games like this, I guess, I don't know. I think it's cool, the concept's neat.
Yeah, and for me, I love being up high in video games. And the first thing I do in games is jump off of the edges to see if they'll kill me, or if I can go down onto the other levels. So like, I will literally beeline it to an edge and leap off. Much to the befuddlement of some people that had not played with games with me before. But so this game fits right in to that, and then I got into the lore as a secondary thing because it was like, oh, I get to jump off of things. Woo!
And in Odyssey, completely gets rid of all fall damage once you reach a level 20.
Which I didn't know, and now I need to play that game and find the tallest place.
Those who know won't share their secrets. If the city wishes to harbor scoundrels, let them pay the price for it.
Scoundrels.
Scoundrels. But yeah, this has like eavesdrop stuff where you have to like listen to people. There's a whole bunch of like different ones you can like choose from to do. I don't really know which ones are like faster or not. But the full sync for this one is to like not fail any of them, but also complete a moving eavesdrop. So like I always just go to this one, which is moving. And then just stay in this circular waveform area, and then just wait for them to finish up their dialogue, and then that is the full sync for this one, pretty much. But there's still some things we have to do for this mission, so this mission's not fully done yet, but it's pretty much the full sync for this one. Pet that dog. Extra dog pet for anyone in chat.
I think this was the first game that let you pet animals?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think this was also like the first one to just have animals in general.
Yeah, because I got really excited about that. And I like ran around petting all of the animals.
AC4 has there's a whole bunch of like in-game challenges you can do called like Abstergo challenges. About like different things you can do in the game, and then like when you do a lot of them you unlock like in-game cheat stuff and like multiplayer things. But one of the Abstergo challenges is to pet a dog 5 times. But the game doesn't care if you do it on different dogs. So you can just find one dog and just pet the dog for like 5 times in a row and you'll just get it.
And honestly, why wouldn't you? Like,
yeah, exactly.
There was also a thing with Mirage. I think there was like a fan of the games who like passed away or something before Mirage came out, and he had a cat that had their fur pattern looked like the Assassin's Creed symbol on their face. And their friends, one of their friends, like contacted Ubisoft and was like, "Hey, can you put something in the game to like remember my friend?" And then now in Mirage, there's like a cat you can find somewhere that has like the Assassin's Creed like symbol on their face, just based after that cat.
that's such a cool story.
Yeah.
I haven't found it myself yet. I think it spawns randomly, but it does exist in the game. So it is possible to find like an Assassin's Creed cat in Mirage somewhere.
That's gonna be my mission when I play it again. Because I think I've played 3 hours into it. So when I start playing it again, I'm gonna find that cat somewhere. I will hunt it down.
I'm proud of it.
I think it just spawns randomly. I don't think there's like a specific point you can go to find it at, but like I know it's in the game somewhere. I've seen pictures of it.
It's just to go in enough places and spawn points that eventually it spawns in. Is my understanding.
This game, AC3 also has like there's like a homestead thing you could like build up as your base. And in the original version, I think they got rid of it in the remaster for some reason, but in the original version there's, if you like hide on one of the walls of like the main house building, and then you whistle, it like spawns a turkey. And if you stand in front of the turkey and then do the Konami code, it puts like a little assassin hood on the turkey.
That rules.
Shoutouts to Konami code.
At no point of that did I know what was coming next.
Did you think they were gonna put the turkey in the baby fetus reincarnation machine?
Did you forget,
Yes.
sir? My commission is with General
Because what would
Brad.
even happen?
When I'm not attending to you, of course.
You'd have that, like, DNA in a turkey.
You just gotta start reliving memories of a turkey.
honestly, that would be hilarious. I would play that game.
Pitcairn, you fool! Your acts are treachery.
It's like those mods where like people like play as dogs or cats or whatever into like GTA 5 or something, but like instead of that, it's Assassin's Creed turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Were you planning to announce yourself?
They should put a turkey as like a character you can play as in Discovery mode. Like instead of just playing as a child, play as a turkey.
I think I used to call him.
What are you planning?
To steal
10 out of 10
Master
would
Pcol.
recommend.
What?
You'll see. Now, when I give the signal, you're to
This
distract
mission is also like
control,
one of the
lure
first
them
ones that
into
can
a dead
actually
end.
be a bit annoying. Not for this full sync here, and like just don't let them out of your sight. But once we get to the next point, there's gonna be like a whole big fight that breaks out, and there's like a whole bunch of full syncs that like are related to the fight that are sometimes annoying. But this is basically just like another tailing mission. If you let them off screen, like if you block them too much, sometimes they get blocked and the timer doesn't show up, but like you get like a 15-second timer if they're off screen too long. And then if that timer runs out, then you get desynchronized and you fail and you have to restart. So you do have to like kind of keep them in sight.
There's one place where, in this game, where if you fall off of the building while you're tailing, it takes you about 15 seconds to get back up to the top. And unless they patched that for, I guess it wouldn't be a patch, but unless they changed it for this. And it happened to me like 3 of the times that I played through the game. And every time it made me so mad, 'cause I'm like, I know this is what will happen.
So Lee there, Charles Lee. Where is Charles Lee? Shout out to Assassin's Creed meme where everyone wants to find where Charles Lee is. But he's gonna distract these guys. And then we're gonna go into the big fight here. There's gonna this drum guy here that you can see. I need to worry about him. Because what he can do is he can call reinforcements, and first of all, I don't want reinforcements, so I don't have to fight more enemies, but also, I don't want him to run away because it's part of the full sync. So then I prevent him from killing reinforcements for the full sync, and then I get a free enemy kill streak. And the reason why that is annoying is because kill streaks in AC3 really don't like you doing them. Because combat at AC3, enemies like to like spread out really far away from you and like from each other. So they get out of, there's so many times where they get out of range of your kill streak. So ideally you want to like kind of do what I did to like lure them into like a corner where they can't like back up too far away to like actually do a proper kill streak on them. Like when I was first playing this game the first few times, like that one was like really annoying for me, just because I couldn't figure out how to get the kill streak and the not reinforcements thing at the same time.
Gentlemen,
Which you don't have to do all of the full sync objectives in the mission all at the same time, but I just prefer to do it that way so I don't have to replay the mission. This was also the first game to have like multiple full sync objectives in a single mission, because full sync objectives didn't show up until Brotherhood, which was like the second Ezio game. But Brotherhood and Revelations only had one full sync objective per mission, so you only had to worry about one thing to do. But they also made it so that if you fail the full sync, you have to restart the entire mission. So if the full sync objective only shows up at the very end, then you have to replay that entire thing just to get another chance. But in AC3 they made it so that you can just restart checkpoint if you fail something. So it's a little bit easier, but also a little bit harder because there is more stuff to worry about. But if you fail, you don't have to restart like the entire mission. Horse pat.
Charles, do you know anything
I
about this operation?
forgot about how
many men we
solid
might
it
expect,
sounds.
the nature of their defenses.
This part of this mission is also just like a big like auto scroller type thing. This mission can also be a little bit annoying once we get actually into the fort.
Shall I engage?
No. Let Jonathan
Because if I
Thomas
fail the
take
last
care
full
of it.
sync, like right
As
at the
you
end, I
wish.
have to redo all of this, which is like happened in like all
wish
of
it
the
was
showcases I've done of this,
Though I suppose it's
of like
only
the 100%
natural
run
to
of
be
this. So
wary.
like hopefully it doesn't happen
So be it.
here, because I don't want to have to redo this auto scroller. But we're just trying to infiltrate a fort with like all these natives that are caged and took their clothes. This is gonna be the first out of 2 times where Haytham takes a British costume and pretends to be a British soldier. I don't know why he does this like twice. But sure. There's also another time where like when you're playing as Kana, you team up with Haytham for like a sort of memory sequence, and you have to like infiltrate like a brewery or something, and you have to like get a costume to like disguise yourself, and like you also have to disguise yourself and Haytham. Haytham just loves disguises. Evie loves ghosts and Haytham loves disguises. True
And Jacob
lore.
loves destroying everything. Repeatedly.
At least Jacob only dismantles the economy once.
Yeah, but doesn't
And
he also dismantle the
He
medical system?
dismantles the health industry. He dismantles the vehicle industry. He dismantles the economy. He dismantles like. He just doesn't care about the assassins at all. He just wants to kill Templars and doesn't care about consequences.
Of course.
Like, some updates,
Only say
if
the
it's
word
not
and
broken,
I'll cut them down.
break it.
Engage the enemy.
I can't hear engage the enemy without thinking of Xenoblade. Just because of the fact that there's a song in Xenoblade 1 that's literally called Engage the Enemy.
All clear.
Xenoblade mentioned. I went
was
like
gonna
2
say-
hours without mentioning Xenoblade.
I figured we'd get at least
feel like
one
that's a
during
record.
the first showcase.
Listen,
You
I was too
technically did a whole showcase without mentioning Xenoblade.
I was too busy yabbing about the baby fetus reincarnation machine.
That's true.
Also, the game crashed like twice and threw me off.
Yeah,
Very, very true.
very fair.
Signal when you're ready to strike.
This one we have to go and kill the general for full sync. For any percent, we just like go and free the captives. But we have to go free this general or kill this general guy first. I'm gonna wait for him to do his pathing so that he doesn't hear me whistle. Because I want to get the other guy first, or just so he doesn't see me kill. I'm gonna like hide behind here, wait for him to do his path, and then whistle this guy over because I don't want to risk him seeing me kill. Because if I do get to, yeah.
I do love that he was walking right towards you, and you're in a red coat, like bright red in green, and he did not see it.
This is how the bushes work. Hopefully no one else heard that whistle. What I used to do when I was like first like figuring out this mission like a long time ago, I always tried to like kill him in that haystack over there that you can kind of see. But that ended up getting me seen a lot of the time. Because there's like another group like right there, and if they see you kill one from the haystack, then they immediately see you. And because this is like a big restricted area, if you get seen, you get immediately detected and fail.
That's exactly what they want you to think.
Such a shame. The colonies are meant to be an
So
opportunity.
I'm gonna hide behind here. And then I think when I whistle here, it's gonna alert other people, like those guys over there, but I think I might still have enough time, unless I go around this corner here.
I must say.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If I get seen, I get, I maybe should have just stayed on the original corner. I was being greedy. But I do have to do corner kills for the full sync here, and I need to do 3 of those. And I think it did save that I killed the general, so I'm not going to worry about that because it's not showing up. So I think that means it did save it. So I'm going to hide behind here. And then just see how this works out. He did not get detected. It detected this guy instead. This guy can be a little bit weird because like sometimes it like when you whistle, there's no way to like control which enemies hear it. So sometimes you just get like random enemies hearing you, but it did save that I got that one, so I'm just gonna move on. The whistle is a little bit inconsistent sometimes because like sometimes it attracts people who like don't hear it at all, and other times it attracts people who do hear it, and like too many people. Which is like I wish more games did this, but in Rogue when you whistle there's like a little like waveform thing that spawns when you whistle that like shows the range of your actual whistle. And that's the only game though where it does something like that.
Yeah, that was really handy in Rogue because you could actually, like, that was one of the things that tripped me up the most in this game was, as you're saying, like, not knowing who actually gets detected.
Like there's no visual indicator on like who hears the whistle or not. And like sometimes you can get people who you don't want to hear the whistle, and other times they might look close enough and then they just don't hear it. So like that range thing in Rogue is like actually really helpful. Because it happens no matter like what hiding spot you're in. Like if you're in a bush or like a haystack or like a closet or something, like it still spawns that waveform area. So it's like really easy to like actually see who gets detected by your whistle in Rogue. And it's like really easy to see the range of it. I'm also not hiding directly on the wall here because I'm waiting for that guy by the ship to do his pathing, and if I'm directly on the wall right now, he would be seeing me already. So I'm actually waiting for him to come a little bit closer first and then going on the wall. There are other enemies that are behind this wall, but for some reason they don't hear this whistle. So then I'll just get this guy, and then that is all 3 whistles, and then that should hopefully save the full sync, and then I only have one more to worry about, which is like the one full sync objective for this one that I'm actually scared about, because it's bad. Because if I fail it, I have to redo the entire mission. If I fail at a bad time. So free all those captives there. Just by punching the lock, because Haytham can do that.
An
Haytham's
hour
very
of quiet
strong.
was all I asked. Instead, I'm awakened.
Push them back.
So then we get like seen as the enemy here, and then fire line stuff, which is like not used too much in the game. And that's like another thing where like they had it in one game and then was never really used again. I'm just gonna make sure there's no enemies that follow me. I need to kill the guy without getting shot, and if I get shot then I have to restart. I think we'll run down here. These guys are gonna spawn and I don't want to get shot by them. So that's also kind of what I mean, like this guy's like hiding all the way up there on the ledge, where like they just kind of run out of your range and you can't really do a proper kill chain on them.
Take position, men. Ready your weapons. Take aim. Reload.
This guy does not want to.
No man passed through the gate. Do you hear me? No man.
And then I want to fish. I'm gonna wait for him to say fire. And then they miss. And then headshot. Probably could have done that a little bit faster, but like thankfully I didn't have to restart the entire mission. As long as it like actually saved things.
There was one of the like assassination cutscenes where you shot him and like got a headshot, and then he's gripping his chest.
Yeah, I mean that one's also like not like a traditional like confession cutscene either.
Yeah.
It's not like in like the Animus White Void or whatever it is. Because if you continue to watch the cutscene, Haytham is technically not the one who like fishes him off and kills him. One of your guys that you recruit shoots him in the face.
I hope their leader might make contact, but there's been only silence.
So like Haytham isn't really the one who like actually kills him.
Grow restless. They want to know what
I
comes
guess I'll
next.
excuse that one then.
I do not
Take
have
it
an
off
answer.
of my list.
Lee alone remains active, pursuing leads, however
AC3 also does
He
this
stalks the
stuff
city
where like whenever
streets
you
and
finish a
scouts the
sequence, he
bordering
does like
woods.
they do
Hopeful
like
that he might make
recap
contact with one of those we
stuff and
saved.
talk about like what's happening in
There
the
was a
in the
woman
next
there that
sequence. Haytham is only like the
She
first
helped
3
others to
sequences of
safety.
AC3.
If we can find her,
And ever
I
like
believe
from
I
sequence
have my
4 onward
answers.
is when you play as Connor.
So,
So we're only going up to sequence
I
3 for this
watch
run. And we
and
just
wait,
finished sequence 2, so we only have one more
hopeful
sequence
that my
left.
true
But
mission
there's still some missions that we
might
have to do.
finally begin.
And we're gonna get into winter, because this was also the first game where like there was weather stuff. So like there's gonna be a whole bunch of like snow and things. I know
was
Crime likes
very
snow as a
excited about
Canadian.
that.
Oh wait, I was muted. Oh, I very much do not like snow, actually.
The snow is also like actually annoying in this game, because if
Like
you're
real
like
snow.
if you're running through it, it actually does like slow you down a whole lot. And there's a mission coming up here where I have to like chase someone, but they can run through the trees, and I can't do that because I'm playing as Haytham. Only Connor can run through the trees. This is the first game to have like tree running, but Haytham can't do that, so I can't take advantage of tree running yet. Snow also only happens like I think like twice in the main story of the game, and then never again. So after you finish this sequence and like the other sequence where it happens, you never see snow again unless you like activate the cheat where you can have whatever weather you want. Just because there's no like dynamic weather changing, it's always tied to whatever part of the story you're in. I also don't like the horses in the frontier because they get stuck on like every little rock and like every little tree, and if you go off the path that you're in the snow, and I don't like it. I'm only taking the horse because it's faster if I stay on the path, but at some point I'm gonna have to go off the path, and then that's when I'm gonna abandon the horse. The frontier is probably like one of the more annoying areas in AC3 just because there's like a big open space with like not really a whole lot in it, and a whole bunch of like rocks and things you have to climb, and trees and all that stuff. And like also animals that can kill you.
I do really like the sound effect though for the snow.
I'm talking about the horse. I got stuck on a rock somewhere. I think I took a wrong turn. And go back down this way. If I can not get stuck on every little rock and lose all my speed. This is exactly why I don't like the horse. But also, like, the map in AC3, like, typically in Assassin's Creed games, the map gets unfogged by, like, doing viewpoints and things. Which still does happen in this game, but also AC3 unfogs the map by, like, just moving through the map. And it unfogs more of the map depending on, like, how high of elevation you have. So if you get, like, high on rooftops, you actually unfog more of the map by running through it. But that's kind of hard to do in the Frontier, just because there's not, like, a lot of high points you can reach.
I am afraid I have some bad news,
And like
sir.
the different high points in
Braddock is
the
insisting I return to
Frontier are like
service
in
under him.
specific areas and
I've
not
tried
like
to beg off to
really
no
connected
avail.
to anywhere
No
else.
doubt he's still angry about losing Pitcairn.
To say nothing of
The
a
map in
shaming you
AC3
gave
is
him.
also like not great because it's
Do
all
as he
like
asks.
dark blue and black,
In
and
the
a
meantime,
lot of
I'll work on
things
having you released.
are hard to see
I'm sorry for the
on it.
trouble.
Which I don't know why they didn't improve in the remaster, but like that's just how it is.
We're too late.
So basically what we're trying to do is those
These
natives
tracks
that we
are fresh.
freed,
They must be
one of
ours.
them has like information that we need for a
Seems
like
you took
Isu
to
site
higher
that we're trying to
ground.
find, which is like also the
Out
cave
of
that
the
Desmond
snow
is
and into
in
the
the modern day.
trees.
Because it's like an ancient Isu temple, and we need the key to open that door. And someone from the native tribe that we saved might know where it is, so we're trying to track her down. And if you follow this path in the snow, it will lead to her every single time. So you don't need to like search around and do all that stuff. You can just follow this path, and she's always down here. And then Haytham and this woman Zio also eventually hook up, and then they have a baby, and then that baby is Connor.
Charles, before he grows suspicious.
So this is
I can handle
Connor's
things from
future
here.
mom,
But
Haytham's
nothing.
future wife.
Go. Stop running. I only wish to talk.
But this is also what I was saying earlier, where like she runs in the trees, and
I
I
am not
can't do that just because
your
Haytham can't
enemy.
run in trees. He can a
Please
little
just
bit,
hear
but
me
if you
out.
try to push it too far, he just like the game just forces you off of it.
Gods, woman, only let me speak.
So I can't get like as high as she can, but like I can climb on
Enough
like
with
this
these
one a little bit.
games.
And then we'll get wolves for like animals that attack you. The quick time event is always circle first, or whatever the equivalent button is. But then the other face button is always random. And this is always random, and I need to restart because that apparently that doesn't really happen, but it's not a thing I've never seen before, because I have seen that happen, but like that's a very rare thing to happen, where they just like jump on you. I think his pathing got screwed by the fire or something. So then he decided to do the jump attack instead of the quick time event. Please, wolf. Their pathing is like getting screwed by like the trees or whatever, so they're not doing the attack I need them to do.
The wolves are the weird part of this run.
I need them to do that quick time event. So yeah, the quick time event, it's always circle the first button, and then the other face button is always random. But it's always either triangle, square, or X. It's never going to be circle twice in a row. So you can just kind of mash circle, because it's always circle the first time. For like, and that's true for like every animal that attacks you with a quick time event like that. Like for elk and bear and things, it's always circle the first time. But it's always random whether it chooses square, triangle, or X the next time. I just don't know why they decided to not do the quick time event attack that I needed. I don't normally have them do that, but the game's decided to be weird today.
As they do, every now and then.
But then we meet up Zio here because we're trying to track down Edward Braddock. He was also the guy we met earlier and like saved someone from when like we were doing that fight where we had to like prevent reinforcements. And we have to like kind of learn where he's like going for his like what's it called, like trying to find like new land or whatever, or like going to a new fort or expedition or whatever it is. We have to find out where he is because he's being annoying and we have to kill him.
Being quartered there. The endless crashing of the waves.
So then just more
Sting of the
eavesdrop
salt in the eyes.
stuff.
And the goddamn gulls shrieking and shitting everywhere.
You're sure that's where we're going?
Aye, the Bulldog's putting together another expedition.
That's what they're calling them now. Expeditions.
Aye, smart too.
There's also no way to like speed up the eavesdrop, just because they're based on like NPC dialogue. You just have to kind of wait for the dialogue to end. It also doesn't matter which order you do them in. I just always do them in this order because when you enter, you're closer to the other one. And then once you finish the other one, a cutscene is going to immediately spawn. Restart. I don't really care which order you did them in. And we're gonna get into another fight here.
Oi!
Where we have to
As
use
you
like
do.
3 different contextual kills, where this game introduced like contextual things where you can like if you counter someone next to like a barrel or like a table or something, you can like do that type of stuff and like throw them into it and like kill them instantly. So when I'm doing counters here, instead of like doing like a main counter kill, I'm like waiting to like be close enough to the barrel to like actually hit them with it. So I did 2 of the contextual kills and then just finish off the rest of these guys. And thankfully, because this is like a tight space in the tavern, it's pretty easy to actually do a chain kill in here. Just because they can't really go too far away, because there's not enough space. But that is a thing where like, I don't know why they didn't improve that in the remaster. Where, like, they made it easier to do chain kills, they just didn't think to do that. Here, just wait for this to go away so I know where to go. If you know where to go, you can just go before that mission complete thing ends, but I would just always wait just so I know I'm going in the right direction. And then we just have more like frontier horse riding. Trying to stay on the path. What stopped me? I got stopped by a ghost.
Not even Evie here to appreciate the ghost haunting.
Evie won't be, by the time this game takes place, Evie won't be born for like another 100 years. Maybe she's haunting from like before being born.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like, she's getting... That's why she believes in ghosts.
This is part of the Assassin Templar War, because Evie's an assassin, Haytham's a Templar, she's trying to stop him. True lore. Not made up like the baby fetus reincarnation machine.
We have the real lore, not that ridiculous stuff over there, like the baby reincarnation machine. Excuse me, the baby fetus reincarnation machine.
We need more games that have like baby fetus reincarnation machines in them.
I agree.
Please. When is Sonic getting a baby fetus reincarnation machine?
I hate that.
The funny part is I could actually think of a couple of ways to shove that into the lore that would kind of make a little bit of sense.
That's Eggman's next plot in the next big Sonic game, the baby fetus reincarnation machine.
And it's in space.
I can hide in that cart.
I also don't understand here why the cart is so fast. I don't even think that was a remaster change. I think the cart was just always fast.
Yeah. They have places to be.
What's in the wagon? I need a full inventory.
I think you also can maybe get in here without getting into this cart, but I've just always got into the cart because it's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, you can get in there without the cart, but it's just easier to do the cart, honestly.
That's it. That's all there is.
I just don't know why they made the cart so fast. Like, sometimes it can actually be hard to catch up to it.
I think that's the point, is they want it to be a little bit stressful.
Like, I don't even think it was like a remaster change either. I think it was just always like that.
Perhaps I could sabotage.
Yeah, that's how I
might-
know there's another way. I did not catch up to the cart once.
I might need to replay the original version just to like actually check that. Because like I have not played the original version of AC3 since like I don't know, like 2014 or 15 or something. Maybe a little bit after, because I don't think I've touched it since the remaster came out.
Refused the offer. There will be no truce.
Maybe I played it in like 2020 or something.
Did he give?
Well, I definitely played it like a few years ago because I played it on. I was playing it on Xbox for some reason because I have a problem and I buy too many copies of the Assassin's Creed games, and I was playing like a version on Xbox, like the 360 on backwards compatibility. So I think I maybe did play it in like 2022 or something, or at least like a little bit. But I also don't remember the cart being fast.
mothers and widows because the bulldog wanted to prove a point. Where is the general now? Rallying the troops. And then
How long would it take to play for the entire series if I played every single version of the games?
There's a copy of the plans in the command tent should
Oh,
you wish to review.
I don't even...
At least this will be ended soon.
That's like...
So long.
Several months.
I know.
If that's
Map
all you
will
ever
surely be
do,
of use.
probably
Yeah.
several
I need
months.
to find it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea that Haytham just said that out loud with the guard standing like right there.
I can't hear him.
Like, why is the bush talking?
I'm also gonna wait for this guy. I am specifically staying on my fists, like the game auto-equipped that for me. But I'm not equipping any other weapons because for full sync here I need to make sure that I don't kill anyone with a weapon. For some reason, which was like also Haytham's like canonical choice, because the explanation for full sync objectives is that you're reliving the memories the way the ancestor like actually did them. So canonically Haytham like went in here and didn't kill anyone with a weapon. Which is like also even like more dumb because of like, again, the dialogue options in Odyssey and things don't make sense because like you can't tell what's canonical if you can just change history.
True.
And then here, there's probably a better way to get to the other cannon over there, but I just always go outside the fort over here because it's just fast. Like, Haytham can't run on trees, but he can run on rocks.
And apparently he can run through trees.
Excuse me?
What? Oh.
Here's another never happened before. This is not a skip because I'm stuck. There's another never happened before because I've never seen this. Why are the games being so weird today? I swear every single time I try to do a run of these games like on an actual stream, something weird like that happens.
I
Those
think
cannons are like to cause
Haytham
trouble.
heard you talking about how he can run over
Perhaps I
rocks.
could sabotage them.
I think he misunderstood you.
Also, that entire faceplant animation somehow did not kill him. That did not count against me as a kill. Just because I have my fists equipped. The only reason. Which, like, is also inconsistent because, like, sometimes some games count using fists as a weapon, but then other times it doesn't. So we're gonna try this again, and hopefully not glitch through the entire fabric of reality. Okay, it would help if I didn't get seen either, but... At least I didn't glitch the entire fabric of reality.
Yeah, I was nervous.
Because, like, normally it was supposed to be a guy here. Like, I was surprised when I didn't see a guy there, and I was like, okay, he must be somewhere else. But I didn't really think
Maybe
much of
you
it.
fell through first.
And just go up here, and then jump over this guy's head. And then his thing is not going to fill up in time before I have a chance to leave the area. And we made it out of the fort without breaking reality even more. I still don't even know what happened there with, like, the rock.
I like how it brought you back up to the surface before sending you back down below.
This is what I mean when I say Assassin's Creed games are made based on like hopes and dreams on tape.
Mhm.
Like,
especially when you went under and it was just a bunch of poles.
And like AC3 isn't like one that's like extremely glitchy. Like it's not one that's like known for its glitches as much as like the newer ones. Like it has occasional glitches, but it's not like there's massive glitch compilations of AC3 nowadays. Maybe there was like back in like 2012, but like now it's.
I was going to say that it's even less known for glitches than the older ones. And then I remembered how I always had issues with Ezio jumping randomly off of buildings when I was doing the parkour. And I told Pcol that. And then you informed me that that was a skill issue of mine.
Yeah, because it literally is,
because
because it's not, the way the parkour works is that it's extremely, like, cancelable to the point where, like, it reads your inputs, like, on, like, a frame-perfect, like, basis. So, like, if you flick the stick, like, even a little bit in the older games, that's your fault and you die. Because the game will read that input as what you wanted to do.
I have since become hyper aware of the stick movements in that game, and it has helped a lot.
Like I didn't mean that to be like an insult or anything, because it's literally just a skill issue.
Oh, I did not take it as an insult. I thought that was hilarious. And I was like, you know, that tracks.
Like, the older games are like, they cancel like extremely well to the point where like any movement or input will it will read that input.
And it fixed the issue that I was having.
And now you just don't jump off cliffs because you fixed your skill issue.
Exactly. Now I do it intentionally and not accidentally.
And then the newer games take away all your freedom so you can't even jump off a building without like pressing a button anymore.
Yeah, and then even then half of the time you still get stuck on the edge, twitching forward and back, kind of like a chicken.
Like, I didn't even mention this during Syndicate, but like Syndicate was the first game to like get rid of the jump button entirely. Like, there's no jump button in Syndicate. The last game of a jump button was Unity.
Now it's too goddamn hot.
And like, even in Unity it wasn't all that helpful.
It's a right swamp, I tell you.
I can't play it without the jump button, so I just pretend it's there even though I know it's not.
Because like, unless it's like a really low drop in the newer games, you just stay still on the ledge and you have to like manually climb down or whatever to get down. You can't just like throw yourself off a cliff because they took away freedom.
Where's your boy Lee gone off to?
Which is like extremely ironic for a game series that's all about like defending the freedoms of the people.
I was just about to say that. It's like, if you know the early lore, that's very ironic.
Pleased to spin a tale of my incompetence and beg forgiveness. He has a way with words, especially when it comes to flattery.
I also love how, not Haytham, but the other guy, how his coat is flopping around.
There's a lot of other people too. Because these are all the guys that we recruited that like Connor would eventually also kill because they're Templars and they become your assassin targets. Which is like at least better than like what the newer games do nowadays, where like all your targets are just like people that hide in masks and like you only learn about them through like a text box, and all you get like for lore is that text box, and then you kill them and then nothing else.
Yeah. In 2, I never had to open up the codex to know who I was going after. In Valhalla,
2 also did a thing where for your main targets you could like watch videos to like learn more about them, because there's like videos that like Sean made like in game, but like they didn't even bring that back in Brotherhood.
I loved it in that they actually tied the codex into a story element rather than having it off on the side.
Yeah. AC2 is the only game, because of like Altair's Codex, AC2 is the only game where you're required to like collect collectibles to finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which like also isn't like that big of a deal though, because like a lot of them you get just for main story stuff. And then after you do like Sequence 12 and 13, which were originally DLC, then you get like, they actually show up on your map, so you don't have to like go look for them. Because that was back when games actually like had like maps that you could buy for things in like in game with in-game money, instead of just microtransactions. Which I'm not gonna get into the whole microtransaction debate here because that's not the place for it. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's an element.
Yeah, full sync for this one is just to destroy all these powder carts. And Braddock does run away here. And I'm gonna shoot that powder cart. I tend to go past it and then shoot it, just so I get a little bit ahead. I also don't want to spur my horse here, because then I'll run too fast and potentially miss the cart. So then this third cart is here, and then shoot it when I go past it. And I also don't want to be too close to it, because if it does explode when I shoot it, and I'm too close, it will like knock me off the horse. And then that is the third powder cart there, and we're gonna kill Braddock. That falling tree is also scripted, that's always meant to happen. And then George Washington knocks me off my horse, and I have to go chase him, but I can just shoot him in the back.
Why, Haytham?
And then Haytham and Zero are gonna go hook up in a cave.
It's done.
And then Connor's gonna get born at some point. I don't know if this is where they actually conceive Connor. I don't know if that's like ever explained, but they hook up in the cave, and then Haytham realizes that he has the wrong piece of Eden because he has the key that opens the inner door, but not the outer door. So he has the wrong key. But even though he is at the right place, he doesn't realize that he is at the right place because he has the wrong key. Yeah, we're also at the end here. That was the final mission too. We're gonna end time once it says memory sequence 3 complete. Once I actually get into the tavern here. Let me just go into tavern.
This is making me want to play this game again.
And then memory sequence complete. Let's go. That was time.
Time? Yay! Congrats.
That's also that's the cutscene where he gets revealed as a Templar, which confused me as a kid because I didn't understand the lore at that point. I wasn't an Assassin's Creed lore master in 2012.
You're like, okay, he's what? Why does this matter? Oh,
So there's Desmond. There's Desmond's big face. Big old dumb face.
They changed his face so much for this one.
They did though. They made his face like a more taller for some reason. Instead of rounder.
And they made him look a lot more tired.
Because he is tired.
I mean, he probably is.
He's been using the Animus for months at this point. Like, canonically in the lore, he's been in the Animus for like months.
Wild. But Pcol, thank you so much for showing off both of those Assassin's Creed games today. I've learned so much about
the baby fetus reincarnation machine.
Yeah, the baby fetus reincarnation machine. Assassin's Creed lore, how there is no real lore, like, at all, like established lore. It was a wild ride. But thank you so much for showing all of that off. Is there anywhere that we can find you, or anywhere that any people can like learn if they want to learn more about Assassin's Creed speedrunning? What should they do?
Well, I can shout out Deathhound and TP Red Ninja, which are the new Discord mods that we have. I think the link is replaced on the SRC boards because of like the mod replacing all the links with the new Discord, but at least in the old Discord, those guys are the two new mods that we have. Which I don't know if they're I don't know if they're gonna get given mod for the leaderboards yet, but they're at least the mods in the Discord now. So shout outs to both of those guys for getting mod finally. And they're also doing a little bit of like other Assassin's Creed stuff because TP Red Ninja is like making like auto splitters and things for some of the games.
Oh, very cool.
And I think there's also like maybe a few other people that are probably doing some stuff. I don't really stream a whole lot because of like life stuff. but I have been doing like a lot of like YouTube stuff recently. I've been kind of taking a break from like Xenoblade cutscenes stuff because I kind of got burnt out on that for a little bit. So I've actually been doing like a video series where like I show off like my like personal like strategies that I do for like all the full sync objectives for each of the games. So far I've done like Brotherhood and Revelations. I haven't started recording AC3 yet just because I was gonna do it after this showcase. So now this showcase is done, I can actually start recording AC3 for that. And then like the Mirage video that I mentioned a while ago, that I did. I might also like do some like other Assassin's Creed videos on my YouTube channel at some point, which is it's literally just Pcol on my YouTube channel. It might be Pcol 654 if you have to search it that way better, but same profile picture, and just if it's Pcol and it's talking about Xenoblade and Assassin's Creed, it's me.
There's only
Perfect. Also, Pcol, I just want to say, you are going to be on the Lady Arcader Super Showcase.
Oh yeah,
coming up.
I am.
Yeah.
On day 2, I'm doing Hyrule Warriors Linkle run, which is also another category that I made up because I guess I'm the person who makes up their own categories now. But that's I think like the first run of day 2 after like the care interview. And I've been working on that run for like 3 years because Hyrule Warriors is a massive game because I can't stop playing games that are like hundreds of hours long.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to like work that up and like build up that run for like 3 years, and it's finally like pretty much ready now.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see that. Cannot wait. But also, Meowzer, hey, is there anything you would like to shout out?
I don't think so. I have been so busy with my life.
All good. All good. Thank you so much for being here. It's always lovely to hear both of you chat about Assassin's Creed. But if that's everything, I think that we are going to head into break. Stick around. We have some final announcements, and we'll also be sending off everyone to a raid. So stick around, everyone. See you soon. Hello, everyone! Thank you all so much for tuning in to Lady Arcader's Attract Mode on this lovely Sunday afternoon. It's so great to see some Assassin's Creed speedruns. But first, I just want to talk about who we are. If you've tuned in here, you've come in from another stream, through a raid, or just randomly wandering in here, hi! We're Lady Arcaders. We are an all-women's gaming collective. Lady Arcaders welcomes all women and femmes in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel right here, as well as larger charity events throughout the year. Speaking of which, our large charity event for the year is starting on this Thursday, Lady Arcader Super Showcase 2024. If you type LASS in chat, you can get a link to that. The Lady Arcader Super Showcase starts on Thursday and runs until Sunday, and we are raising funds for CARE. So, the Super Showcase is a big talent show, basically. We have people showing off games, so speedrunning stuff. We also have a few art showcases. On Saturday, make sure to tune in because during the entire first half of the day, Sanjan is going to be building some Gunpla in the background on the Sanjan cam in the corner of the stream. It's going to be amazing. So please tune in. Can't wait to see everything that everyone's been working on. So please make sure to come by for that. But our time here has come to an end, and we are going to send off the love to someone else who is currently playing Assassin's Creed. Actually, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So we are going to head over there to see Chanjali, who's apparently a fellow Canadian, so that's super cool. But let's go and let's behave ourselves. If I see one mention of the baby fetus incarnation machine in that chat, I will imagine I'm disappointed in you. But yeah, folks, please copy over that raid message and let's go say hi. And we will see you all on Thursday for the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase. Have a great weekend, everyone.